Infinite blessings and love. Namaste, namaskaram. This is Om Oracle Tarot, and this is Libra's Soul Path reading for April of 2023. Now, I have to say that these are general readings and may not resonate with everyone. If they don't, that's all right. There's plenty of other great YouTube tarot readers that you can check out. If you would like to get in contact with me, feel free to drop a comment below in the comment section. You can also get in contact with me at the Om Oracle Tarot Instagram page, of which there's only one, and the link for that is below in the description of this video. And if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated, and I appreciate all of you. I also would like to send a big heartfelt sense of gratitude and thank you out to all those who have liked, shared, subscribed, and donated. It really does mean so much, and again, thank you so much. I'd also like to remind everyone to check your other placements, your sun, moon, and rising signs for a broader picture of what may be going on. You can also check out the mid-month readings that I offer here, as well as the full moon and the new moon readings that I also offer here at Om Oracle Tarot. All right, without any further ado, please give us a message for what is on Libra's soul path for April of 2023. 3 cards, please. I only take uprights and I only take jumpers from the deck. While there may be moments of silence while I may be shuffling the cards, do pay attention to anything you may see or hear within yourself. Strong emotion may bubble up. You might smell something that reminds you of something. This is all your intuition playing a role in this reading, as we're not together in the physical. I am connecting to your energy. And in a lot of ways, it's in these moments of silence that the deeper aspect of the reading takes place within yourself. So do pay attention to those. One more card, please, for our Libras. All right, so we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, the Devil card, the Eight of Swords, and at the bottom we have the Knight of Wands. So in April for our Libras, it does appear that you are nurturing what you have at hand, and you are kind of assessing what you do have at hand, and you are utilizing that. So you are kind of gathering your resources here, and this does feel like kind of on a spiritual level. You're gathering these spiritual resources, really being about your practice, whatever that is. You seem pretty focused on your practice. You're not really distracted. Your energy is definitely in alignment. Specifically the heart and the crown here. Also, and this has been kind of a theme for the past couple months here. You're kind of keeping what you are working on, what you're doing, you're keeping these things to yourself. So mum's the word with whatever you are working on, and sometimes that is the best way. This is a practical move on your part. You don't need everybody in your business. And there might be some good reason for that, because there is some devil energy here. So right now you are kind of processing, for some of you, some shadow things, some things that you may not want to be public. So you're keeping these things to yourself. And for some of you, this can span the range from addiction to any various form of temptation, sexual yearnings, unhealthy relationships, things like this. And so that's going to be a little bit different for everybody. I'm getting a heavy kind of a sexual vibe off of this. So you may be dealing with how to process some of these temptations in a healthy way. And a lot of times we're our worst critic, and we actually impose this shame on ourselves for whatever reason, for societal constraints of that's strange or whatever, whatever you think the world around you is saying about you. And of course, this I'm talking to people that this is in the realms of legal and being safe and with everyone's consent involved. So those are the people that I'm talking to here. So you are finding a way to integrate these things in a healthy way. Some of you, you're integrating this. This is part of your spiritual practice in various forms of Tantra. This is a practice of Tantra, is this sacred sexual union here. There is this self-imposed restriction that you have surrounding this, like I said, due to dogmatic upbringing and things like this. There's a part of you that feels like this is taboo, so you are keeping this to yourself. But do know this is this self-imposed restriction. This is this inner critic, this shaming of yourself to do this, and so you it feels like you kind of sweep this under the rug when it does bubble up. But it's like what we resist persists. And this shadow, this sacred sexuality is demanding an audience here. It's demanding to be seen here. And it's our job, your job, to integrate these things in a healthy way to where this doesn't derail our life and doesn't fill us with more desires and yearnings here. So, and it does feel like for a lot of you, you're releasing yourself from this self-imposed restriction and riding with a good amount of speed into your adventure. And it does feel like this is kind of your adventure. The Spirit is asking you to embrace your sexuality and realize that this is part of your soul's path as well. I think a lot of times when people get into spirituality or the spiritual path, they think that these things have to be denounced, or you must renounce these things, become a renunciate. Really, the only thing that needs to be renounced is the thing that feels like it needs to renounce something. This one. And it's like you live life how you want to live life, not how dogma or these types of things dictate. So this is kind of what you're grappling with to a certain extent, but you are taking inspired action towards this. Now, this is an interesting reading, and not usually how I would read the devil card, but this is what the Spirit is asking you to jump into here in a healthy way. Quite interesting. All right. Please, I'm almost nervous now. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Libra's soul path for April of 2023. All right. Death Rider of Despair, partner on the journey. Oh. And Man of the Desert. At the bottom, we have Devastation. So, definitely with the Death Rider of Despair, this weighs on you. It weighs on you in 2 ways. It kind of weighs on you in the fact that you yearn for this, but but you've convinced yourself that you can't have this. And you're also, when you indulge in this, you suffer again from the weight of this self-imposed shame here. So neither of this is working for you. And what is the best thing to do with the shadows is give them the attention that they need. Give them a thumbs up. You don't have to engage in everything that the shadow is trying to get you to engage with, but you give it a thumbs up. This is a part of yourself. We want to be whole, and that means integrating the shadow or what hides in the shadow. And a lot of times these are these ignored parts of ourself that bubble up for attention. So this at times definitely has you feeling kind of hopeless in overcoming this or integrating this both. Sometimes this may give you some level of anxiety due to the dogmatic seeds that have been planted surrounding this. And again, with the shame, so, and because of this has you feeling lonely, left out, but it's you that have kind of left yourself out in a way here. And this is indicating there is a partner on the journey for you. And this does appear to be a spicy journey, so do be prepared for that. But there is a partner on the journey coming in to make this adventure with you. And this is speaking about a relationship, situationship, whatever this may be for you. But this is generally speaking of some level of commitment to decide to take this journey together here. This makes you a little bit nervous because due to this, your heart, your love department, passion department is feeling kind of dried out here, as we have the man of the desert. Now this is talking about masculine aspects of emotion. And whether you're a man or a woman, we all have feminine and masculine aspects to ourselves. So this is talking about this masculine aspect of emotion, or the lack of emotion here. Again, like I said, this feeling like your heart is dry. There's a brittleness to this, and you definitely feel drained, and you're like, I don't even want to try anymore. You know, you kind of have this like just forget it kind of thing. So you're a little jaded when it comes to a romance connection, something about sex, and I'm not going to delve too deep into that, but you know what that is. A lot of this has to do with in the past. You have in your way tried to embrace this, and you felt like it ended in some level of devastation, this emotional devastation. Now, a lot of times when we try to integrate these things when we are younger, this is generally how it goes. And as we learn some things about life, again, what to share, what not to share, and processing this in a different way from this new perspective, can yield different results. But this is, there is a fear surrounding kind of letting this cat out of the bag, because in the past, this has not gone well. Perhaps for some of you, you were rejected by a loved one because of this. You felt excluded. For some of you, you may have been kicked out of your house, kicked out of your relationship. So this is definitely stemming from a sense of feeling that dejected, not accepted here. And so that in turn has caused you to kind of not accept these things about yourself. But this cat with wings wants to fly. So I mean, what do you do? You gotta let it out, let it breathe. All right. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Libra's soul path for April of 2023. 3 cards, please. Thank you. Interesting. All right, one more, please. We have the Death card. The 7. Come on, bud. 7 of Wands. Queen of Cups. And another 8 of Swords. Interesting. Who else was it? I think Virgo just got like 3 or 4 8 of Swords in a row. So if you have some Virgo placements, you might want to check out that reading. So, like I said, we have the Death card, the 7 of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the 8 of Swords, and at the bottom we have the Page of Cups. So there is this cup energy that's trying to come through here for you. We start out with the Death here. So, engaging with this temptation, and for a lot of you, this is this sexual yearning. There is a profound change taking place that is allowing you the space to be able to embrace and incorporate this. And a lot of you, this may be a profound change surrounding your belief system, your spiritual belief systems, things connected to dogmatic upbringing and things like this are receiving a profound change, and a lot of these things are coming to their end. And you are leaning into this transition. I feel like a lot of you, almost most of you, are leaning into this, and you're letting go of these failures of the past, or what you perceive to be as failures of the past. Excuse me. We have the 7 of Wands, so you are kind of in a protective stance. This 4 of Pentacles is also kind of a protective stance kind of card. But you are moving forward through this. You are kind of getting this poke and prod from the universe. But this is kind of to kind of awaken this this cat with wings for you. Because there's an importance about you in April, but as we move through spring and into summer, about you embracing the totality of your authentic expression as a human being. Everything, all of it. And so there is this importance to keep going, keep moving through this. You don't want this to be what stops you. And it does appear as you move forward, you have a partner waiting for you. But I feel like it's necessary to release yourself from this self-imposed restriction in order for you to walk this journey with a partner here. We have the Queen of Cups here. I love this card. So you wouldn't think it, but as you embrace this shadow, this yearning, this sexual yearning, you actually find that you're feeling more emotionally stable. In the past, with this dogmatic bird in your ear, these things may have brought up some anxiety or worry for you in the past. And so things are a little bit different now, and you notice that right away. And it's the way that you're approaching these things. These things have not changed. It's the way that you're approaching these. And you are finding yourself that integrating this in the way that you are into your spirituality, it definitely creates this flow state for you. So whatever this is definitely working for you. And this is in your nature. This is part of your nature that you have, for whatever reason, suppressed. Or you're attempting to. It doesn't appear like you really, it's not going away. And this is this self-imposed restriction. And so there's an element of your emotions being restricted because of the lack of acceptance of this. So normally I would say don't yield to the shadow or these yearnings, but the Spirit is indicating like you need to yield to these because there's something you're going to find in this. And of course, provided that these are in the scope of legal action and it is safe for everyone involved and everyone is a consenting adult. All right. Page of Cups on the bottom. So you are receiving messages from the Spirit about this. You're definitely questioning this. Like this person is holding this cup at a distance and kind of looking at it and touching their heart and being like, oh my gosh, the Spirit wants me to drink what? It wants me to drink this this glass with a fish in it. So there is this reaction to this. And a lot of this has to do with, it's like engaging with this in the way that you choose to spark something in your emotions, in your heart, in this dry brittleness of this pained heart. And it's like this is getting nourished here at this time. All right. Please give us 2 or 3 cards for what is on Libra's soul path for April of 2023. Dance of Heartbeats. And center. All right. So we have Dance of Heartbeats, and we have these two people looking into one another's eyes. They're connected with the Spirit and nature and DNA, and they have this lovely flower down here. So this is speaking about this partner on your journey and this feeling that your hearts are beating as one here. It's like the dance of heartbeats. So there is some like romance. There's definitely something that is going to get your heart pumping, and there's this like butterflies in the stomach type of thing. This is something that really ignites you and gets your heart dancing again, whereas it may have become the wallflower. And center. So this is all actually bringing you to your center, more feeling more centered. And so I really feel like you are utilizing some level of tantric practice here. And it's like there's this dance of this heartbeat, and the energy is rising through this center channel here. So there's definitely something like that taking place for you, and it is working for you. All right, Please give us 2 or 3 cards for what is Libra's inner climate like, inner landscape like for what is on their soul path for April of 2023. Whoa. All right, we got Python and Shark. All right, we have Python. So, discernment. You are being able to kind of see this yearning for what it is, and you also see that you do have these self-imposed restrictions up. There's a guard at the gate here, and detachment. So you're kind of detaching from the weight of this and leaning into this transformation, which is going to bring you renewal. And like a serpent sheds its skin and becomes anew, this is kind of what you're doing here. We have Shark. So perception, again with this discernment, your perception is getting real sharp when you shine this light within here. And this is why you're able to see this with this level of clarity that you haven't been able to see, with this focus that you haven't been able to look at it in this way before. And so you are feeling that you have the power within yourself to integrate this. And it does appear that that is what you're being called to do. Fear. So there is some fear involved in this. A lot of this is dogmatic, depending on what religion you grew up in or were indoctrinated in at a young age. There can be heavy fear vibes involved with integrating your sexual yearnings because of those teachings here. But these are the things that you are being asked to release. These are your self-imposed restrictions. And action. So you are taking action. All right. Please give us 3 cards for what is on Libra's soul path for April of 2023. Two more cards, please. Oh. All right, we have, or what was it I was doing a minute ago? Yesterday's truth. So this is what you're releasing. Yesterday's truth. This old dogma. This dogmatic thinking that has you restricted from living the fullest life that you were meant to live. And you are realizing that this is no longer your present day truth. You don't believe these things. These things were just planted there, and like any plant, they grew, and they've taken hold. But you are ready to plant a new crop here. So it's time to uproot these crops from the past that are no longer serving you as nourishment. Don't worry, you can do no wrong. And this person is giving themselves a fancy haircut. So this is saying Of course, provided you are staying within legal limits, and everyone involved is of legal age, and everyone is a consenting adult, and everyone is safe, and things like that. This is the Spirit saying you can do no wrong. It says, don't worry, you can do no wrong. It's time for you to embrace this. And then we have the valley. So and the valley, down in the valley, is the richest soil because when it rains, the topsoil flows off of the top of the ridges here and down into the valley, making the valley very fertile here. So in a way, it's kind of saying, like, let this python slither into this valley here. No, but all jokes aside, this is this much needed nourishment for this brittleness of this heart here. So there is fertile soil for these new crops that you're about to plant here. All right. Please give us 2 cards for what is on Libra's soul path for April of 2023. Memory. So this memory of this pain of the past stays with you. All right. That's too many. So like I said, this memory of the past stays with you. Whatever this pain was, it has really dictated your decisions and relationships going forward because you were hurt early on by telling someone whatever this was, and they weren't feeling it. And so you were left feeling devastated by this, and this memory persists. And so when this opportunity comes up again for you to share this part of yourself, you quickly retreat into yourself to not share these things, because this memory of this past pain, it feels deep here. So do know that you're dealing with a deep wound that goes back a minute here. So be patient with yourself. There's no reason to, again, don't shame yourself. Don't be your worst critic. It's time for you to really be your best advocate, your best friend here. And we have the white owl here. So like the owl, you have the ability now to see and navigate through the darkness here, through these shadows. And you're really riding on this intuition here. And with this, you're also able to see multiple perspectives of things. So within yourself, you have felt like there's this paradox going on with whatever this yearning is. And I'm not going to, you know what it is. But there's this paradox of like, I want this, but if I want that, then that means this, and that means that. And if that's what I want, then that's not what I want. So there's all these stories of what society is trying to superimpose on you, that you don't fit into that. And so the Spirit is saying, embrace yourself. You don't have to fit. You don't have to make sense. You just have to be. All right. Please give us 3 cards for a final message. What would you like to leave Libras with for what's on their soul path for April of 2023? 3 cards, please, for a final parting message for our Libras. I have the Lover's card. Ready or not, Libras. The King of Cups now, and the World card. All right. At the bottom, we have the Fool card. So there is this importance to get this under wrap now in April, because like I said, there is this partner on your journey, this lover here that is coming in, but you have to be whole in order to come into alignment. And that just goes across the board. You have to be whole to harmonize. And this means harmonizing with someone else here. So there definitely is that on the table for a lot of you here. So this is speaking about love here. And relationships. This is also kind of this crossroads type of thing where you can continue to suppress and mute yourself, feeling this dry brittleness in the heart, or you can take this path less traveled and lean into this. The Spirit is saying lean. Lean into this. This is kind of a golden opportunity for you to embrace this and kind of clear up the energy. There's stuff in the shadow that doesn't need to be there. There's something in there, though, that you have to retrieve. So we have the King of Cups here, and again, feeling this emotional balance as you move forward. This balance is also necessary in coming into harmony and alignment with someone else. So you are doing that. You are showing your self-compassion. You're showing the shadow side of your self-compassion. And realizing that this inner critic, this shaming voice, has been bullying you. You have been bullying you. And so you're taking this more compassionate approach to this. This is also speaking about integrating this into your spirituality. So we have the World card. Excuse me. So this definitely, provided you break out of this self-imposed restriction, there's definitely a successful completion of this old cycle. And this old cycle may go back to when you were, 14 or 15. This may be one of those long cycles, depending on how old you are. But you're definitely moving into an energy of more fulfillment here. This integration of these things, feeling more lightness, and having the support of the divine on this new path. So for those of you that were worried that you would be left out in the cold, or God or the divine wouldn't love you, or whatever these stories are that the mind spins, you're realizing that this is not true, and that you actually have the support of the divine in doing this. Because it's almost like the shadow of this persistent shadow bubbling up all the time is worse than just embracing the shadow. Because the bubbling up of the shadow and you dealing with it, shaming yourself, halfway embracing it, then turning away parts of yourself, muting yourself, this is actually harder and more damaging for you than anything in the shadow could ever be. So it's like you're resisting yourself. This is damaging. when we embrace, show this compassion, then we begin to heal. And then we begin this journey here. And you have a partner on this journey moving forward. It is requiring this leap of faith on your part. But when you take this leap, do it with a free-spirited attitude. When you make this jump, don't have this cord attached to the past. Really make this leap. The Queen of Swords. So this does appear that this is what you're doing. You're being very direct with your energy and being like, no, I'm not going to live under the rule of this dogmatic program that I don't even subscribe to. It's just in my brain. And when you do, you find yourself in this Ten of Cups. There's this blissful release and divine bliss. So definitely know that the divine is backing your play in engaging with this, because it actually leads to this celebratory energy. This inner child can kind of come out and feel seen, feel appreciated. And this actually has all of your cups of emotion filled to the brim. And so you kind of go from this brittleness of the heart to this overabundance, brimming with this rainbow kind of heart. So that is quite a switch here. But that's what's waiting for you on the other side of this self-imposed restriction. And then we have the Three of Cups. So you may be collaborating with, definitely with this partner, this will be a collaboration of sorts. You are kind of keeping things to yourself here. So this is kind of an indication that you have a very small circle of people, and this may be just one person that you're kind of confiding to these about. And this person is wanting to collaborate, pool energies with you, and kind of help you kind of see your way to the other side of this. And this may be somebody who's been through a similar something. And I don't feel like this person necessarily is this partner on the journey. This is a friend on the journey here. So you definitely have some aid coming in. And with the Six of Pentacles, you are changing how you, what you give your energy to, what thoughts you give your energy to, what paradigm, what dogmatic programming you give your attention and your energy to, and ultimately your free will. So you're definitely changing that. And so there is something that you have been giving to for a while that you are cutting out. You're not giving to that anymore. I can see what's underneath here, so I must take. We have the Magician. So this is kind of something you have manifested. This feels kind of subconscious, like this isn't something that you've necessarily consciously manifested, but it's like these secret yearnings of the heart here have their way of manifesting on their own here. So this is what it kind of feels like is taking place. Moving forward, you feel, after you get out of this self-imposed restriction, you feel very powerful, very strong. You're embracing yourself. This also means you're embracing your power here. So part of the you suppressing and muting yourself is also taking away from other parts of your life, like your power and your strength, your voice, your confidence. This kind of bleeds over into other areas. And so this is why this is so important to flip this and get on top of this. And it does feel like for most of you, this is what you're doing, and taking inspired action towards these things. And again, with the magic. So there might be magic, tantra, whatever this is for you. It does appear to be, you're right where you're supposed to be. You made it on time. Now there's this work to do now that you're here on time. So Libras, I want to send you a lot of love and encouragement for April. This is actually a really fantastic reading. There is a couple hurdles. They're internal, but it does appear for a majority of you, you conquer this and you become the master of yourself here. So if any of this reading resonates with you, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe, as it is really most appreciated. And I appreciate all of you for tuning in, listening, and watching. However you're taking this in, once again, you are truly most appreciated. And Libras, I'll catch you on the next go round. Peace.